I love clearance day. I love clearance. Some of my favorite stuff, man.
I don't like it when it's on sale. I like it when it's on a clearance sale. Okay, those are my favorite. And you're looking at it right here. Aroma has done something that a lot of other air fryers want to do. They want to give you not just the ability to air fry, but this is turbo air fry and a multi-cooker.
Exactly.
I have to, okay, grill. You can sear, you can saute, you can stew. You can bake in this, you can steam in this, you can roast in this, you can even make rice in this. We are on a clearance price today, $99.95, 5 flex payments, and free shipping and handling, because you would satisfy that $75 clearance price.
Exactly, and I'm giving you kind of a sneak peek of all the things we're gonna look at here over the next couple of seconds. And you know what, you nailed all of the things this machine can do. By the way, we're gonna stop here because we gotta doctor this one up a bit. This is the food of my people. This is poutine. So the fries, of course, are perfect with no fats, no butters, no oils.
Right.
You know what, if you wanna have a cheat day with some French fries, this is definitely the way to do it in. But if you're from Canada, like I am, your cheat day also has to have some cheese curds. There we go. It has to have some pulled pork. We're gonna put some of that in, just like that. And then we've also got to get a little bit of our homemade gravy in there. So let's get some pulled pork and we'll move that around just like that. And we're gonna go over all of the cooking technologies and everything. Now, if you've ever had an air fryer before, and you're just going, wait a second, how's that possible?
How is he putting
gravy in there? Hold on. Well, we're going to get to that in just a second, too. Let's get that heating up. We're baking in this one. I got some fun stuff to talk about here, but let's start. I'm all pulled porked out here. Let's start with what really matters with air frying. And that's achieving these incredible results without the extra added fat, without having to dump this into 4 or 5 liters of oil and let it soak there, without having to spend a fortune on this stuff out at the, you know, the sports bars and all that kind of thing. This is what we're talking about, Alice. Being able to just have those treats and also being able to do it in a machine where you're not worried about a gallon of oil and all the nonsense that comes along with it. So here's one of the first cool things you're gonna love about our air fryer. We have an insert that I'm actually gonna take out, all right? Now this baking pan is not an upcharge, not an upsell. We're not gonna ask you for some more money. It comes with it. And the baking rack that it's on, which I'll show you a little more about in a second, comes with it as well. So let me put that back there.
And it really enables that air to be able to circulate around everything.
Exactly.
So it cooks so beautifully.
Now here's the first thing that makes our air fryer different, why it's turbo and why you know it's from a quality like Aroma. We've actually added a heating plate on the bottom. Hasn't that always been missing from your air fryer? You get all kinds of great heat from up top, but then what happens on the bottom? So watch this. Now, in an air fryer, I can do the #1 sold frozen convenience food on the continent, your favorite pizza, in the #1 size it comes in, 12 inches. So think about that. You've got everything you need to make great homemade pizza pies right on top of your countertop, and about 1.5 square feet of counter space. I mean, it's taking up nothing, and it's not producing any heat. It's not producing all the smoke. And let me show you one of the other reasons that this works as well as it does, and it's right here. Now, I'm gonna warn all of our techno guys here that this is gonna get a bit bright. Do you remember there was a day when we sold something called halogen ovens?
I do.
And that's what they were. They were halogen ovens. It had this heating apparatus in the top, and that's all it had. Well, what that is it's a halogen light with a fan that circulates it, and what that does is it makes sure that everything gets moved around and circulated in there. Let's give these guys a little bit of a head start. And what that fan does is it keeps your food moving. It keeps the air moving. So that allows everything to cook quicker, hotter, and faster, because that air, that hot supercharged air, gets everywhere. So you've got heat from the top, you've got heat from the bottom, you've got halogen cooking technology, you've got convection cooking technology, you've got the non-stick drip pan, and you've got it from a company like Aroma. So what does that mean to you? Aroma is one of the #1 makers of rice and couscous cookers on the planet, not just here, everywhere.
Who would do this in an air fryer?
Exactly. So you want to talk real one-pot meals? Leave it to the people that invented the best way to do these one-pot meals. So again, in an air fryer, in a million years, you're not going to pour a bunch of liquid in there like that, and you're not going to do dishes like this. So let's go ahead on a Tuesday night when we're in the middle of winter and it's minus, you got to be kidding me, degrees. And we're going to set this, by the way, we have a medium and a high, which is fantastic. That's going to control your heat on the bottom. And we're going to set this to about 12 minutes. And I'll say it, yes. In 12 minutes, when you get home from a hard day's work and there's snow outside and you've just had enough, you can have a fresh one-pot meal, including fresh couscous, fresh rice in under 15 minutes. And to me, a dad of two that's got to navigate this stuff around these crazy schedules here, whew, what a treat.
And it's so easy to clean because you just lift that piece out and it goes right in the dishwasher.
It all does.
We have white, red, and black, but if you want the white, we have the final 200. This is the unit right here. It does come with that baking, with the dish. And then it also comes with your rack included. You also get a few recipes right here. Let me tell you, this is something that when I say oven replacement, it's an oven replacement, but it also is your air fryer at the same time. But it cooks even better because it gives you so many different ways to be able to cook. So the air fryer is great unless you like want to melt cheese or something like that.
Right, exactly. Then you're kind of out of luck.
Or make quinoa underneath your salmon. You can't do that in an air fryer. You can do it in the Aroma. This is a different type of cooking technology that really incorporates almost everything that's out there.
Exactly, you're absolutely right. Now have a look at this. Here's a fun treat in an air fryer that you might not think of. And if you're a fan of camping like we are, this is such a cool one to do. You're gonna go ahead with your graham crackers, put a little bit of chocolate of your choice on the bottom, a couple of nice big marshmallows. I'm gonna put that down, and we are actually gonna make s'mores on our countertop in just a few minutes. Now, to me, that is pretty cool. Let's let this do its thing.
Do you know what people pay just to get s'more makers, right?
Oh, you're right. It's a thing.
I know. There's these little s'more makers out there. It's crazy.
And there's also complete restaurants that dedicate themselves to this, to poutine,
to poutine.
Right? And by the way, what is poutine? Poutine is fresh, double-fried French fries with cheese curds, your choice of meat, and fresh brown gravy. And if you've never tried this, you haven't lived. And Allison, I don't know if you got a fork.
If you have tried this, you better step aside because I am coming in.
Oh.
This is one of my favorite things.
Oh, man.
I've never been able to make it at home, though.
I'm gonna take a break for this.
I mean, do you know what you would pay for poutine in a restaurant? But here's the best part. Now, I'm not gonna say this is healthy because it's not.
Oh, no.
But all I'm saying is that if you just did the French fries and you did them with no oil and no added fat, then you're just eating a potato.
Exactly. There is
Mark made it bad.
Mark made it bad.
Mark's a bad man.
What's he thinking? What's great about that is you're able to do it all that in one pan. The French fries with no oil, not having to transfer that into an oven or another pot to do those toppings. So, you know what? We made poutine. Maybe you'll make coney fries. Maybe you'll make some, look at your eyes light up. Coney fries, cheddar cheese with chili on your French fries. Usually you have to take it from the fryer, put it into the oven. But because of the technology that we've got here and the fact that we've got the heat up top here too, that's what's magic about this. Now, let's have a look here, you guys. And this is great. I mean, football season's in full swing. If you're into hockey like I am, it's fantastic. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to take this out for just a second. I'm going to put it right on the plate, just like that.
I love the whole.
Isn't it easy?
The whole pan.
Super easy.
Yet it's got so much surface space to it.
I'm just going to give these a bit of hot sauce because I know the crew likes that. We got to take care of them in a little bit. But I also want you to see the cleanup. You know, you've heard me say this on air a whole bunch of times, and you know what? It's absolutely true. And if I run into an item that makes this difficult, I kind of let it, I let it pass on by. I want to make sure that I have in my house, and I want to make sure that I'm helping send things to your house that are saving you time. Lots of stuff can make great food and give you great looking results, but at the end of it, if I have an hour with this thing to try and either keep it up or maintain it or get it ready again or whatever, I don't want anything to do with it. By the way, have you noticed that we've also given you the see-through top, so you can keep an eye on things. One of the things that I used to love about our halogen cookers, and that's the technology that's built in up here, is the fact that you were always able to see what was going on with your food as it cooked. And you want to talk about just a really neat conversation piece, and you want to talk about a heck of a meal. Watch what's going on here. This is your one-pot chicken and rice that you can do so fast and so easy anytime. This is just chicken thighs. We leave the skin on because we've got that beautiful heater up top, and that gets everything nice and crisp. Because the heater is on the bottom and we've got the rice cooking technology from one of the #1 rice cooker manufacturers on the planet, Aroma, we know that every one of those grains of rice is going to be as perfect as the last. Everything about this cooking experience, from the actual cooking itself to the cleanup to the space that it takes on the countertop for all of the function that you and use that you get out of it makes this, for me, one of my biggest hits of 2019 because of everything that it does. If you're going to sell me something that does one thing, you can keep it, all right? I need something that's going to utilize the space that I've got. And then as I move this over, look at that. You want non-stick? There's non-stick.
And look at the browned rice, okay?
Oh, on the bottom?
Look at the way that the rice has been cooked so perfect. You cannot do this in an air fryer, but you can do it in the Aroma air fryer multi-cooker. This does it all, okay? This cooks on the top, it cooks on the bottom. It uses convection. It also uses that heat on the top so that you're gonna be able to cook anything and everything you want.
It's falling
right
apart.
down to
Look at
this
It's
crazy
falling
chicken.
apart. I love it. Listen, if you're tired of dry chicken, if you're tired of chicken that you just kind of, it's gummy, you need a gallon of water with it, this is the kind of, appliance that you need to try cooking it in, because what it does, if you've ever had a deep fried turkey or deep fried chicken before, then you know how it super sears the outside and locks in all of these incredible juices. Well, when you've got an air fryer, you have to remember that you are emulating that experience. You're doing the same thing, but you don't have all the hassles and the fat and the extra calories and cholesterol of all that grease and oil. Instead, you've just got the crispy skin, that incredible steamy texture, and that juicy, tender, even white meat experience that is going to bring you to that point where you never, ever, ever have to say again, I don't ever want dry chicken again.
I don't ever want dry chicken again. But you do want this, and you want this today because it is $70 savings. So you have your choice, the black, the red, the white, okay, still have about 200 left if you want it in the white. The red is selling the fastest right now. Look at those.
We're just checking on a couple of things that we've put in here, so let me go ahead.
Perfectly done. I can't believe it didn't, it's not black on one side like mine usually.
Right? It's browned on top. The marshmallows are perfect. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the fork on the bottom here, and I want you to see this. And yeah, this is hot. This is the real deal here. Watch. That is your s'more on the countertop. I don't need to be camping. I don't need to be out in the tent or anything like that. You get that perfect experience every time. Now, you remember at the top of the show, we showed you a bunch of our deep fried favorites, the cheese sticks and all the, the little bagel bites and everything. And you can see that it's still got that perfect steam in there. It's still got that really nice pull on the cheese. What's great about that is you know that you're cooking this right to the, are you loving the poutine?
Oh my God.
Look at her. I made a new friend.
I'm just pointing to my producer going, you want this. You want this, Aaron, okay? That's crazy.
I love it. And as soon as we were done that, we popped a pizza in, and I set that for 11 minutes. We have 2 minutes left, and we're done. Can you see this? It's brown around the outside, right? All of that cheese is melted. My crust, and I can feel this, is just perfect, you guys. I'm going to hold this up. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So when it comes time for these incredible deep dish pizzas, if you enjoy that kind of thing, that's the way to do it. And you don't have to put it in the oven. You don't have to heat up the kitchen. You don't have to have this big thing.
Deep dish apple pie in there.
Oh, we did. We baked an apple pie right up there. Love it.
And it's going to cook even better because you're getting convection without having to buy a convection oven. It works as an air fryer. You can cook healthier. You can cook without all that extra fat and oil. Who needs that? I'd rather spend it on the some more.
Right? You have heat on the top, you have halogen cooking technology, you have the fan in there that circulates the air, so you've got convection cooking technology. You've got, for the first time ever in an air fryer, a multi-heat controlled bottom heating plate, so you can do foods like pizzas and couscous and rice in your air fryer, and you've also got the timer that goes all the way up to 30 minutes. I haven't found anything that takes longer than 30 minutes in here.
So how do I do air fry? How does it pop in the air fry?
You are always air frying. You're absolutely always air frying, and you're going to control the bottom, whether or not you want that on high or medium, depending on the type of food that you're going to cook. Outside of that, that's all you need to know. We're going to give you the pan, we're going to give you the rack, we're going to give you that halogen cooking technology, we're going to give you that look and cook technology. You're going to get everything you need, and you don't have to fight with one of those little baskets that you have to pull out and shake around and put back in. You've got the lid that's on a hinge
you can't do
and
that
just
with
pops
those.
right up.
Look at
and have a look. We put that salmon in minutes ago. You've got that couscous that's cooked and fresh. The color on the asparagus is incredible, and you've got a name like Aroma, so you know that this is one of those appliances that you're gonna have on your counter year after year after year. So let me just take you on a little tour of what we did here in just a few minutes. Pizza, we did the, what else do we have here? We had mozzarella sticks and pizza bites, and we had our little bagel bites. That was all done in one machine. We've got our salmon, nice big thick fillets with couscous, and that's for 2. You've got enough room in there to make dinner for 4 or 6 if you want. We've got, I know Alice is taking one of those home.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, look at that.
S'mores. I mean, these great little dessert ideas. We even baked a pie in this if you missed us right off the bat. So you're baking in this as well. Alice's new best friend, Poutine. We've got our wings. We've got our chicken dinner for the whole family, our beef. We've got our roasted chicken. You're going to be able to do everything in 1.5 square feet on that countertop with results that are true to the Aroma name. You're just going to love it.
Red, white, black, $70 off, 5 flex payments, and when you order this, you've satisfied your $75 for your clearance items, so you will get free shipping and handling for the rest of your purchases that are clearance all day long. Isn't that awesome? It's so good.
I'm winging it.
You should try.